Hello, welcome back to the Free Makeup Masters app. Today I wanted to share a really universal look that will kind of flatter a lot of different skin tones, colourings and events as well. My client was going out for her birthday and really kindly let me film it. So it's that ultra sort of flawless glam look, but it doesn't look over the top. So you could wear it for quite a few different events. Also, you could just take out that glitter if you want it to be a slightly more daytime look, or if you're not a big fan of glitter. The products I'm using are some of my favourite ones, and all of them are really long wearing. So I hope you enjoy, and here we go. So to prime the skin, I'm using Prep and Prime Natural Radiance. That one's good because it distributes the oil, so it really does help it stay on a bit better during the night. This is the Beckham Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone, and I love that before foundation because it gives that real glow from within. So if you're using a slightly matter foundation, it will just give it a little bit of light. You can use this before or after foundation for that glow. The foundation is Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. We wanted it more of a satin finish, so fairly good coverage. You can kind of build it up. Neve does like a really flawless finish, so we did apply like a few little layers, but really soft layers, and now I'm using more like a stippling brush, so it's just polished on and blended. For the eyes, I'm using a little bit of MAC Pro Longwear Concealer because I really didn't want it to crease. I needed it to last really well. So I'm always using it as an eyeshadow base, just polishing it all over and neutralising the colour on the lid. Then I'm using Sublime Nature from MAC, which is a paint, and it's more of a waterproof eyeshadow base. So it gives it something to stick onto and stops it creasing. For the highlighter on the eye, I'm using one of my favourites, which is Vanilla Pigment from MAC again. I know I use it a lot. I'm sorry if you watch this, don't hate me, but it's so pretty. It adds that light, but it's got a real glow to it. Then this is Makeup Geek's eyeshadow called In the Spotlight. So it's that real metallic finish when it's one of the foiled eyeshadows, but with a really golden warm glow to it. I'm using with a skinny brush the MAC Fluid Line in Dip Down, which is a dark brown, so it's going to give that smouldery look, and also where it's a gel based liner it's more waterproof, so it's really good underneath the eyeshadow. I'm using all Makeup Geek eyeshadows, so over the outer portion of the eye, just to give it that feline flick and enhance the shape of Neve's eye, I'm using Latte and Creme Brulee. I do love that matte texture through the crease just to really accentuate the contour of the eye. So I'm using all nice soft blending brushes. This one is one of my favourite ones from Zoeva, which I'm obsessed with, the Petite blending brush. And I'm just carving into that crease and building up, mixing those two shades. We wanted that flawless feline flick, so I'm using my favourite eyeliner at the moment, the gel based one from Maybelline, the Eye Studio in black, with a Zoeva angle brush. It's good to sort of work from the bottom of the eye and follow that line up towards the brow, so you're really lifting the eyes. I'm just adding a little bit of extra contour here with the fluffy blending brush from Zoeva. Over the top of the liner, so it's really waterproof and even blacker and more intense, I'm using the MAC Liquid Last liner. You can't really see what I'm doing here, but it definitely gets it to stay on really well during the night. Now I'm adding a little bit more cover up with, this is a bit like the Studio Finish, so you can get them individually from MAC, but this is the Conceal and Correct palette that they have. I think it's a medium, that colour, and just adding a bit more coverage in the general areas. I like it to be a bit more flawless around the chin and the nose, and definitely around the eyes. I'm pressing it in with my finger. Now I'm setting it all in place using the Mineralized powder. This one's medium plus. I wanted a little bit of definition under the eyes, so I'm using the same Dip Down gel base liner from MAC, which is the dark brown one, and I'm applying it with a thin brush again and buffing it out with the pencil brush. Both of them are from MAC, so we want it to be diffused, but again, where it's gel based, it really lasts well under the eyes. I'm using it, and then I use a little bit of the sort of eyeshadow on top, so a mixture of the two Makeup Geek eyeshadows just to diffuse it out. Here a little bit more of the vanilla just to give it a pop of a highlight in the centre of the eye, just to make the eyes look really awake and healthy. So here's the fun bit. I'm adding the Urban Decay glitter liner in Midnight Cowboy, and this is a great product because obviously it's good to apply the glitter after you've done the eyeliner, otherwise it kind of goes funny, liner goes so funny on top of glitter. But this way, where it's actually a liquid glitter liner, it sticks it on without all the bits dropping down, and it tends to last better on the eyes. I'm going over with a bit of mascara. This is Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, but I'm obviously using it with a different one so it's hygienic. To sculpt the face, I'm using the old classic Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. And this is obviously the powder version, so using it in under the cheekbones and top of the head, underneath the chin to chisel that in a little bit, and then going in with a smaller but still quite a soft brush. I'm just chiseling in the nose a little bit, so using it down the sides without being too firm with it. This is actually a limited edition MAC brush, but a nice small eyeshadow fluffy brush will work well just to cinch in that nose a little bit. I like to blend out that contour and add a bit more warmth with bronzer. This is Give Me Sun from MAC. The highlighter I'm using is Anastasia Beverly Hills Sun Dip Glow Kit. So this one you can kind of mix colours and it's going to work on a lot of different skin tones. Then, I'm a bit of an Anastasia Beverly Hills fan at the moment because that's the Brow Wiz just to brush up the hair, and then I'm using a bit of charcoal brown eyeshadow from MAC, add a little bit of diffuse definition but not be too dark. And then here we go again with another Anastasia Beverly Hills product. Sorry, I'm not being sponsored. I do like their products though. So this is the brow pomade in dark brown, so you can get those nice flawless brows. My client likes them quite nice and structured and crisp. And obviously this product is long wearing, so you can use it with an angle brush, build it up from the outer edge on the arch. That's normally where you want a bit more definition. Then going back with a bit of concealer and a flat edge definer because Neve likes them crisp as a cucumber. You can cut in around the edges just to make sure they're really sharp. Oh, this is a bit more of the Give Me Sun bronzer from MAC just to make sure it's nice and warm. And the blush is NARS Orgasm, just to give it that golden pinky glow. The lip pencil here is Boldly Bare by MAC, and I am drawing in the shape and then buffing it all over the lip so it gets a nice matte base so it lasts. The lipstick is Estee Lauder Crystal Baby, so again one of my favourite nudes. It's got a little bit of pink to it, so it's really flattering on skin tones and not like a concealer nude which can be harder to wear. And then finally, to add another layer of seductive pout to the lip, I'm using MAC Clear Lip Glass. So this one stays on your lips really well and it makes them look ultra wet and shiny. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found it useful and picked up a few little tips and techniques. Please let me know if there's anything else you want to see next time, and I hope you're enjoying the Makeup Masters free app. See you soon. Bye!